If you're thinking about starting a construction apprenticeship, you're probably wondering, how much do apprentices actually get paid? In this video, we'll cover three things: how much construction apprentices get paid, the types of companies offering apprenticeships, and how to get started in 2025. Let's start with the big question. How much can you actually earn as a construction apprentice in 2025? From April 2025, the minimum apprentice wage in the UK is £7.55 an hour. If you're working a standard 40-hour week, that's roughly £300 a week before tax. Most construction apprentices earn more than the legal minimum. Across the UK, the typical wage sits around £22,000 to £23,000 a year, which is roughly £10.50 to £11 an hour. Some employers pay at the lower end, around £18,500, while some may go as high as £28,000 depending on the trade, region, and experience. If you look at apprenticeships across all industries, the national average is close to £28,000 a year, so construction often pays better than many other routes, especially once you're through your first year. Some sectors like tech and engineering have higher average pay for apprentices. Construction sits below that overall average, but it still pays more than many vocational apprenticeships and usually increases significantly after your first year. When you're choosing a construction apprenticeship, the type of company you join can make a huge difference to your experience, your wage, and how quickly you progress. Here are the main types of employers you'll come across and the pros and cons of each. Large construction contractors are the big national or regional firms working on major projects like highways, rail, large housing sites, and commercial buildings. The advantage of joining one of these companies is that you usually get higher starting pay, strong support, and very structured training. The downside is that you might spend a lot of time in one area of the job, so it can take longer to gain varied experience. Small independent trades and family-run businesses usually work on domestic jobs, small builds, maintenance, and specialist trade work. The big advantage is that you learn quickly because you get involved in everything. You also get close day-to-day support from the people you work with. However, starting pay is often lower, and the quality of training can depend on how busy the company is. Councils, housing associations, and other public sector employers focus on repairs, maintenance, and planned works across public buildings, estates, and highways. These apprenticeships are stable, predictable, and come with good support. However, the pace of work can be slower, and the opportunities to progress may be more limited compared to private contractors. And finally, specialist contractors and plant hire companies look after areas like plant maintenance, utilities, scaffolding, and ground engineering. These roles often pay more because they require niche skills and the demand is high. The downside is that the work can be more intense or physically demanding, and you may be training in a very narrow specialism. So let's look at how you actually get started in construction. Whether you want an apprenticeship, laboring work, or a long-term trade, there's a simple path you can follow, and it's easier than most people think. To begin, your first step is usually getting a CSCS card. It's not a legal requirement from the government, but most UK construction sites won't let you start without one. For new starters, that means the Green Labourer card, which requires the Level 1 Health and Safety qualification and the CITB test. If you need your Level 1 Health and Safety in Construction qualification, you can complete it online through our website. It's fully recognized for the CSCS Green Card, and you can start the course straight away. The next step is to pick a route in. The most common types of apprenticeship are in groundworks, carpentry, bricklaying, electrical and plumbing, but there are loads of others depending on what interests you. Think about whether you prefer practical outdoor work, something more technical, or a mix of both. Once you know the trade you want, you'll need to start applying. This is where most people go wrong. Don't wait for one listing. Apply everywhere you can. Use apprenticeship websites, job boards, local colleges, social media groups, and ring local contractors directly. A lot of apprenticeships never get advertised, so taking the initiative can make a massive difference. Keep your CV simple. Employers want to see reliability. Include anything that shows commitment, like practical work, sports, or volunteering. For interviews or trial days, attitude matters more than skill. Turn up early, bring your own boots and high vis if you have them, and show you're willing to learn. And if you still need your Level 1 qualification for your CSCS card, you can complete it online through our website. It's fully recognized and the link is in the description. Follow those steps and you'll put yourself in a strong position to secure a construction apprenticeship.